Hello everyone, this is Daria and welcome to my channel. Today we are starting a big and incredibly beautiful project, crochet blanket Floral Fantasia, designed by Veronica Liachovic from thecrochetpatterns.com. A huge thank you to Veronica for permission to create this free supplementary video tutorial to accompany the pattern. I will try to make these videos as helpful and detailed as possible, explaining all the tricky elements along the way, so that even a beginner could make this blanket. However, you should already be familiar with the most basic crochet techniques, meaning you know how to work slip stitches, chain stitches, single crochet, and other basic stitches, including post stitches. For those of you who are just joining, here is a quick summary of the project. This is a square blanket worked in the round, consisting of 109 rounds. Veronica suggests two different yarn options in the pattern and accordingly two color layouts, both featuring 4 colors of yarn. The first blanket version will be about 168 centimeters, which is about 66 inches per side. The other about 196 centimeters, about 77 inches. But the final size depends greatly on your choice of yarn, hook size, and your personal tension, which we'll talk more about later. You can also create your own color combination for the blanket using more of your colors. One of the pattern testers, for example, made this blanket using just one color. If you want to take a closer look at the pattern itself and get advice on choosing materials, be sure to watch my separate dedicated videos for this project. I will leave links to them in description to this video. And I also advise you to subscribe to playlist for this project. Now let me show you what I will be using. I've chosen Turkish anti-peeling acrylic yarn, Kartopu Baby One yarn. A skein weighs 100 grams, 3.53 ounces, and the thread length is 250 meters, about 273 yards, and I will be using a 4mm hook. Why am I pointing this out? My yarn is a bit thicker and my hook is one size larger than Veronica recommends in the original pattern. Therefore, my blanket will be larger. I tried to choose colors as close to the original as possible, just switched places for colors C and D. I selected option number 1. Color A is my terracotta yarn, 11 skeins total in the pattern. Color B, white, 12 skeins in total. Color C, gray, 8 skeins in total. And color D, mint, 8 skeins in total. I'm basing the number of skeins on the first option in written pattern that was written for YarnArt Jeans yarn, but with a small reserve, 1 extra skein of each color, as my yarn is slightly thicker and the consumption might be a bit higher. You will find the full information on the amount of yarn for both blanket versions in the written pattern. I will also provide the yarn requirements in the description to this video. And one more advice I already made in a video dedicated to yarn selection. It's really important. First, decide what size of the blanket you want to make. Why? Because your final size can drastically differ. For example, if you use a hook 2.7 millimeter and fine yarn around 350 meters in 100 grams and crochet tightly, you will have a small blanket about 1 meter, around 39 inches in size. And if you take a 5.5 or 6 millimeter hook, a thick yarn like worsted weight yarn that is about 130-140 meters in 100 grams and will crochet loosely, you can easily get a large blanket or a throw for your couch, measuring 2 meters 20 centimeters or around 87 or even more inches. What size will my blanket be? As for my blanket, honestly, I don't know yet what the final size will be. Considering my yarn has 250 meters in 100 grams and I'm using 4 millimeter hook and my personal crochet tension, I estimate that the size of the square will be around 2 meters. That is about 79 inches. But that is just an estimate. Therefore, I will regularly measure my progress in each following video and will share the results with you. I will also show other versions of this blanket that I'm working with different yarns, so you can see the difference visually. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below this video. I will try my best to answer everyone and help out. I will also be happy for your likes in this video and hearts in the comments. I will be happier even more to know your work in progress, how it's going. Please leave me comments with your measurements. Your support is really inspiring and helps me make these tutorial videos even better. One more thing. I will leave a link in description to this video to Veronica's Facebook group, so you can join and share your photos and ask questions as well. And before we move on to crochet, I want once again highly recommend that everyone purchases the printable PDF version of the pattern from Veronica and her blog thecrochetpatterns.com. The link is in the description to this video. You will find there not only round-by-round instructions with additional comments, but also step-by-step photos for each row, which is incredibly helpful. And great news! Veronica has prepared a generous gift for everyone participating in our crochet-a-long, a 50% discount on the purchase of this written pattern. Look for the promo code in the description box under this video. Be sure to use it. Thank you for deciding to crochet this beautiful blanket with me. I wish everyone good luck and easy stitches. Shall we get started? Round 1, color A. We will be making the starting circle. If you prefer magic ring, of course you can start with magic ring. I will make it the way Veronica shows it in her written pattern. So we make slip knot and then chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Then when we insert the hook in first chain, yarn over, and we are pulling to form a ring through both loops on the hook. If I will place my hook inside, here is the nice hole, the center of the ring. And now chain 2, it doesn't count as a stitch, and then 16 double crochet in the ring. One, two, three, and we continue to have 16 double crochet into the ring. Round 2, color A, same color. Chain 2, that doesn't count as a stitch. Front post double crochet around same stitch. As you remember, in round 1 we had chain 2 and double crochet as the first stitch, so we are making front post double crochet around both of them. This is our starting stitch. This will be also our last stitch, and now let's start our repeat. 8 times we should make the following repetition. Chain 2, back post double crochet around next stitch. Chain 2 and front post double crochet around next stitch. First repeat is ready out of 8. Let's make one more. Chain 2, back post double crochet around next stitch. Chain 2, front post double crochet around next stitch. Second repeat out of 8 is ready. As you can see, we are altering, making back post double crochet and front post double crochet and chain 2s between them. Let's make one more repetition and we will meet at the end of the round. Chain 2, back post double crochet around next stitch. Chain 2, front post double crochet around next stitch. Three repeats out of 8. Meet you at the end of the round. Okay, ready? 8 repeats are done. Our last element is chain 2 and slip stitch in first front post a double crochet. I will make a little explanation why in the written pattern you will always see the phrase meet, last and the name of this stitch. In case of this round it is front post double crochet. It happens because our first stitch of the round is at the same time the last stitch of the round, and it is never included in repetitions. That's why at the end of the round we are always omitting it. And now we have round 2 finished. We cut the yarn, secure the ends, Next round we'll make of a new color. Round 3, color B. We join new yarn with a standing back post single crochet around any front post double crochet. I can select any front post double crochet, for example this one, and around this stitch we make standing back post single crochet. Here we are. This is our standing stitch, and now we start our first repeat out of 8. We will be working in front of round 2 in double crochet of round 1, around which one was made back post double crochet. So this is our back post double crochet, and here is double crochet of round 1 where we made back post double crochet, and we make first cluster of 2 double crochet. Let me explain you this element. We start our first cluster of 2 double crochet, yarn over, we insert the hook in double crochet of around 1, yarn over, we pull up a loop, yarn over, we pull through 2 loops. This is the first leg of the cluster. Then we are repeating yarn over, we insert the hook in the indicated stitch in the same stitch we already just made the first leg of the cluster, yarn over, pulling up a loop, and now yarn over, and we are pulling through 2 loops on the hook. We have 3 loops on the hook, and now we do yarn over and pulling through all 3 loops on the hook. Here we are. Chain 3, 2, 3, and one more cluster of 2 double crochet in the same stitch, in the same double crochet of chain of round 1. So our first leg, this is unfinished double crochet, the second leg unfinished double crochet, the second one, and now pulling through all 3 loops. One more double crochet cluster of 2 double crochet is done. We skip chain 2, we skip chain 2, we skip back post double crochet, chain 2 of round 2, and now we make back post single crochet around next front post double crochet. And our first repeat is ready. Let's make one more repetition, and then you will continue all by yourself. We work in front of round 2. I put it on the wrong side, and now we need to make in skipped not in skipped, in the top of double crochet of round 1, this one, we made back post double crochet of round 2 around it. We are making a combination of cluster of 2 double crochet, chain 3 and cluster of 2 double crochet, the same as we did before. So this is our first cluster of 2 double crochet, chain 3, and one more cluster of 2 double crochet, in the same stitch, in the same double crochet of round 1. Now we look at the wrong side, we skip chain 2, we skip back post double crochet, and we skip one more chain 2, and around next front post double crochet, back post single crochet. Here we are. 2 repetitions out of 8. Meet you at the end of the round. And here we are. Our last 8 repeat is ready. And slip stitch in standing back post single crochet. Round 3 is finished. We cut the yarn, secure the ends. Next round we'll make of another color. Round 4, color C. We join new yarn with a standing front post single crochet around any back post single crochet. Back post single crochet we were making around front post double crochets of round 2, so they are between our elements with clusters of 2 double crochet. You can select any. I will take this one. So front post single crochet around back post single crochet. Here we are. Ready. This is our standing stitch and at the same time the last stitch of the round. And now we are beginning our first repeat out of 8. Front post single crochet around next stitch, which is a cluster of 2 double crochet. Done. 5 single crochet in chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 front post single crochet around next 2 stitches. The first stitch is the cluster of 2 double crochet, and the second is back post single crochet of round 3. So our first repeat out of 8 is ready. Let's make one more and then you will continue all by yourself. Front post single crochet around next stitch, which is a cluster of 2 double crochet. 5 single crochet in chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 front post single crochet around next 2 stitches. The first one around the cluster and the second one around back post single crochet. The second repeat is ready. And as you can see, when 2 repeats joined, we have here 3 front post single crochet and then 5 single crochet in chain 3 space. Meet you at the end of the round. And here we are. Our last element was front post single crochet and slip stitch in standing front post single crochet. Round 4 is finished. We do not cut the yarn. Next round we'll make with the same color. Round 5, color C. Chain 1, that doesn't count as a stitch, single crochet in the same stitch. This is our standing stitch of the round and the last one. Now we are starting first repeat out of 8. We skip next stitch, which is front post single crochet, and in the next one first single crochet out of 5 made in chain 3 space. In this stitch 2 half double crochet, 1 and 2. In next stitch 1 half double crochet. In the next one 3 half double crochet, 1 2 and 3. Half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next one, 1 and 2. Then we skip next stitch, which is first front post single crochet, then we make single crochet in the next stitch, that is also front post single crochet. Then actually our first repeat is ready. Let's make one more. We skip next stitch, which is a front post single crochet, and in the next stitch 2 half double crochet, 1 2, 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, 3 half double crochet in the next one, 1 2 and third half double crochet in the same stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next one, 1 2. We skip next stitch, which is front post single crochet and single crochet in the next one. Our second repeat is ready. Please continue last 6 and we will meet at the end of the round. And here we are. Our last elements were 2 half double crochet in this stitch, which was the last 5th stitch out of group of 5 made in chain 3 space. Then we skip front post single crochet, and now slip stitch in first single crochet. And round is ready. Here we are. We cut the yarn, secure the ends. Next round we'll make of another color, and next round we'll make in the new part of the tutorial. I hope you are all going well. Wish you easy stitches and meet you in the next part of the tutorial. Please subscribe to the playlist for this project. I will leave a link to the playlist in description to this video and also in the pinned comment to this video. Oops, sorry, I nearly forgot. I promised you to measure every part of the blanket. So, first 5 rounds, if we will take from the smallest points in diameter, 7.5 centimeters, which is about 3 inches. And if we will take the tops of the flower, 9.5 centimeters, which is about 3.75 inches. And how big is your flower? Please leave me a comment. Easy stitches to everyone!